Hello guys and welcome back to my channel Hitansh Informatic. Today we are going to explain you in a crisp and short manner the D-Day or Operation Overload. D-Day was the greatest amphibious assault in human history. It involved one Polish, one French, 3 Canadian, 14 British and 20 American divisions. The Germans had assembled a series of fortifications across the coast of France. These fortifications proved to be formidable, with landmines, bunkers, artillery and casemated guns across every region. The fortifications were called the Atlantic Wall. The Atlantic Wall was commanded by Erwin Rommel. So the Allies initiated Operation Fortitude. This was to fool the Axis powers into believing that they were going to attack Calais, but instead they were attacking Normandy. The actual date of D-Day was 5th June, but due to heavy storms and hurricanes, it had to be cancelled and postponed the next day. The Allied bombers flew ahead of the convoys and dropped bomb after bomb in regions, railway stations and civilian centers. This resulted in a loss of civilian lives who were innocent. All the beaches were taken in a short fight because the soldiers there were ill-equipped and most had been conscripted from other occupied nations of Germany, except one, Omaha. This is because in Omaha, the 352 Infantry Division was stationed. This division had just came from Russia and had a great experience in fighting. This resulted in heavy casualties in Omaha. But before we come to the attack on Omaha, let us talk about the paratroopers who had landed behind the German lines and were causing chaos by cutting the telephone lines, attacking German troops and taking centers of military. Floating tanks or sub-missile tanks were used in the operations. They provided the troops with instant artillery fire and proved to be very useful in the attacks. In Omaha, for 6 hours, the Americans only held a few yards of the beaches. Almost every officer had been killed in the beaches. The waves were now red from the blood. But the only thing which had saved the infantry in Omaha was the destroyers, which came in close contact and fired every gun at the defenses, which lowered the morale of the Germans. After a series of counterattacks, they managed to force their way through the defenses and take Omaha, leaving behind 3,000 Americans dead in the beaches. D-Day was a success, but the Germans were preparing for a counterattack and they were to use all of the resources to stop the Allied powers to advance and liberate France. But the Allied powers were constructing powerful beachheads, and every day the Allied strength was doubling every day. And every German knew that the Allied powers would burst through Normandy and roll over the German army, which was struggling to counterattack and defend the regions. Meanwhile, Allied Bombers were causing chaos in the German tanks, bombing civilian targets, factories, and almost wiped the Luftwaffe out of the skies. So, we'll continue this part of the Allied attacks in France in later videos. Thanks for watching this video, and thank you for the love you showed in the last video. If you like this video, so please like and subscribe this video. Your support means the world to us. Thank you.